Peace, family. I need y'all to come out Saturday, March 9th, starting at 8 p.m. We are celebrating life. We are celebrating the release of Holy Ghost 3 on the digital streaming platforms. We're celebrating businesses. We're celebrating a new paradigm. We're celebrating the golden age. We are celebrating everything because we have everything to celebrate for. Come out March 9th, starting at 8 p.m. The location is 400 Loyola Drive, Southwest, Atlanta, Georgia, 30336. Tickets are $30 at the door. Trust me, family, you don't want to miss this. Dr. B Serious will be in the building doing a drumming ceremony. We're going to be listening to music. Professor Griff will be in the building. Soleil will be in the building. KT, the Arch Degree, will be in the building. Red Pill will be in the building. Blue Pill will be in the building. And it just never ends, family. This is the event of the year. Do not miss it. Come out Saturday, March 9th. Peace.
King Simon. King Simon, I love him. He's family, and he has one of the top shows on the Forbidden Knowledge TV network, actually.
That's right.
So make sure you guys check that out if you haven't.
Yeah, his show is called, it was really based on Numerovation. It's a numerology show, and it's called How to Calculate Your Destiny.
Yes.
By King Simon. He's the host of the show. The show has done so well, we're now getting ready to start working on filming season 2. All right, so King Simon, one of the top shows on Forbidden Knowledge TV, streaming TV platform.
Hey family, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? That's right. That's right. That's right. Celebrate life, baby. Celebrate life. A numerovational perspective. Again, make sure y'all vote. Make sure y'all vote. Make sure you vote King Simon. Vote for King Simon 954-245-0086. That's 954-245-0086. I'm in the category with Brad Osteen, Nick Pope, Jimmy Church, and Regina Meredith. So it's going to be an excellent thing. So, hey, second annual Conscious Awards. Big up to the second annual Conscious Awards, Forbidden Knowledge Conscious Award. We're going to be in the building. Welcome to King Simon Presents Only Quality People, family. I hope everything is well. I hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, we're going to get it in. We're going to get it in. We're going to get it in. Conscious by nature. Big up to the Black Urban Excellence. Big up to Black Urban Excellence. Big up to the Urban Excellence Show with brother Black Dot and his beloved son, the one, the only Malcolm. That's right. How y'all feeling out there? How y'all feeling out there? Let me drop the claps. I hope everybody's feeling very well out there. How y'all doing? Hey, I am doing wonderful, of course, as you can see. I am doing wonderful. Remember, please, you know my code. You know my code. Please like, subscribe, and share. Please like, subscribe, and share. Please like, subscribe, and share. You know how we get down. And I want to say to those people that came on and started and circulated some finance yesterday after the event. If you book a full session, and you can text me the receipt or a snapshot of what you circulated yesterday. If you book a full session, I will take that money off of that full session. All right, I'll take that money off of that full session since you already circulated some type of donation and you missed me. You missed the live. Some people miss the live and then still circulate money. But if you just circulate money to circulate money, no problem. But if you're circulating money to do a whole session with me, please send me the receipt or send me the snapshot that you did something via PayPal or Cash App, and I will take money off of the initial full service of the Numerovation. So that's what we're going to do. So again, if you want to text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022 to book a session with me, remember, the study of numbers is applied mathematics. Just learn how to use them. And I'm here to help guide you to understand how to use and motivate it with your numbers and to activate and maximize your numbers. So like I said, if you did circulate some funds after the show was completed, if you prove to me that you did circulate some funds, I will take off that initial price off of the rate, which is $136 for 30 minutes. I will take off. So if you paid $20, I'll take off $20 off of that. If you paid $5.55, I'll take off of that. If you paid $27, I'll take off of that. I'll take off of that. So those who book a full session, don't try to come weasel yourself in today. No, I'm not doing that today. This is a whole different class. All right. So yesterday was yesterday. So yesterday's price ain't today's price. Big up to Fat Joe for saying something like that. So, I'm glad that we're going to be celebrating life. And, last night, I had actually prepared to do another show about overweight and what that word means and from a numerovational perspective. But my spirit said, hold off on that, because there's a lot going on, calling women big back, or, men big back and women small back. And instead of using the most complimentary words of not calling a woman or a man fat or body shaming anyone, but using voluptuous, healthy, big boned, whatever you want to call it, instead of just disrespecting people. So all you people that may be overweight because of your health, I will say change your health. Yes, change your diet and try to like Yaki, Dr. Yaki. Let's put some respect on that brother's name. He's now a doctor. So like Yaki is saying, and like Dr. Africa used to say, like Dr. Sebi. Remember, Dr. Sebi said he used to be 200 to 300 pounds. Impotent and everything. So if it is a way for you to, and the words overweight does mean something mathematically, and what I come to find out, it is a word, those two words does equate to the health numbers. I seen 2, I seen 6, I seen 8, I seen a lot of numbers when I did it, but my spirit said not to go there. And when I woke up this morning, I came out of the morning and I kept on hearing this song. Now, mind you, I didn't play Brother Rich's show last night. I played it the night before. I was listening to it the night before, but I didn't play it. But Celebrate Your Life kept on coming up. The song kept on coming in my head. After I dreamt about a friend and what type of method she should use for her body, I texted her this morning, but that song kept on coming in my head. Celebrate your life. Celebrate your life. Celebrate your life. It's telling me, yes, to celebrate my life, but I'm going to break it down from a mathematical perspective, why it's important for all of us to celebrate our life. Celebrate your victories. Celebrate the little things in life from a numerovational perspective, because I seen the angles and the angel numbers behind it. I also see why it's important to see your life on a higher level, because I see 9s and I see 11s. I see all types of frequencies popping up. And if you go to my book, Numerovation for Mental Stability, or Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated, I am showing you how to read and how to pinpoint and pick out numbers that can be an interpretation for the words that we use, for the sayings that we use, for the names that you have, and for the birthdays that you are using or that you came through to use from a numerovational perspective. Because my job and my mission, other than doing this, other than being on a stage, other than singing and all the stuff that I've done over the years, this mission that your brother is on is a profound mission. And they've been telling me this over and over again. Every time in my past when I thought about suicidal thoughts and all that kind of stuff, it led me to where I'm at now, to do what I'm doing today, and to be uninstructed, not have to work for somebody. And there's no disrespect to people that have to work for somebody that haven't found their mission yet. But your brother, King Simon, no matter where I go now, I know my mission. And my mission is to use numerovation and use numerovational perspective to motivate people and humans with their numbers and show them how it can work for them, even by the name. If you don't even believe in birthday, by the name you are constantly called, those have the positive and negative effects on you if you use it right and if you use it wrong. So it's important. I know I'm not believing anything. So I want to big up people that did circulate funds yesterday or circulate funds, just to show love. Julia Leaks, Julian Leaks, he circulated funds, but that was for the Professor Small video. Jay Johnson circulates $5.55. And there was another sister, Tyra. She circulated $27.27 and gave me her birthday 9/30. So Tyra, you need to do a full session with me. I will take off that $27 off of that initial price. And also anybody that did not get to go on the program with me yesterday, because, that's a significant amount of energy. And believe me, if you do the full session with me, believe me, it will be very helpful and be very guiding for you. As long as you're willing to make it work for you, it will work. But Molly used to say, boy, anything can work, Anything can work, Skip. Anything can work, for real. If you if you're in the right mindset, if you're practical about it, and you're willing to stretch forth yourself to get there. So celebrating your life, celebrate your life. Like myself, Dr. B, and Brother Rich did at the first Forbidden Knowledge Conscious Awards. Brother Rich won awards. Myself and Dr. B received an award for outstanding jobs and all that kind of stuff, just on the DL, but but it wasn't one of the awards that was in the category. But Rich won one of the awards in the category, as you see in that picture. Me and Dr. B won an outstanding job that we've been doing in the community, which was off of the calendar, off of the category, but we was also standing on stage when they presented the whole team and all of us at the Forbidden Knowledge Awards, the first annual one last year. But this year I'm in the category, last year I was in the category of author. This year I'm in the category of television host because of the show that I did on Forbidden Knowledge TV. So it's a profound journey of celebrating my life that, I remember telling one of my former wives that 50s and beyond is going to be some of my greatest years. And sure enough, it has been. Sure enough, 50 and beyond has been I'm 57 years. So 7 years in has been some of my greatest. This book, Numbers Are Simple. This book, Numbers Are Simple, was rated number 30 on a top 100 list last year. Rated 30 on the top 100 list last year, and the book hasn't even been out for that long. I'm ranked among some of the veteran numerologists like Lloyd and other people like Florence Campbell, who transitioned years ago, and other people. So to even get that honor, Lloyd kept on pushing it in my head, kept on saying it. He said, Simon, you know what that means? For you to be at least in the top 100 best numerology books in all the world, and you rank 30, and I'm just doing what I do. I didn't You know, and I didn't see it for what it is, but Lloyd Strayhorn kept on saying it to me over and over again. And I said, you know what? Let me develop a little promotional flyer for it and all that. And I did. It was 2 years ago. So I don't know if it went up, and I don't know if Numerovation is on there now. I need to look that up. I asked Lloyd how to do that. But I just wanted to say, family, you know, tomorrow's event with Brother Rich and all of us that's going to be there, and I'm sure the portal is going to be open when Brother Dr. B. Serious opens up that portal through his drum ceremony and his drum expression, because he's a percussionist, profound percussionist from back in the day and even into today. So I had to, because I woke up with that song in my head, instead of doing the overweight lecture on live so it can help guide people that might be suffering from being overweight, I said, you know what, let me do this instead, because my spirit is leading me. Obviously, if I woke up with it, my spirit is leading me to do this. You know what I'm saying? My spirit is leading me to say, yo, tell people to celebrate their life. So regardless of what color, race, or creed you are, or what weight or body size you may be, no matter what you may be, no matter what you're going through, celebrate life. Celebrate life. You know, celebrate life. Celebrate life. I had to text my friend here. Celebrate life. It's all right to celebrate every moment that you get up, no matter what you're going through, no matter what ailments you're going through, no matter what problems you're going through with your mate, with your family, with your friends. Celebrate life. Celebrate life. You know what I'm saying? Celebrate your life. You know, and again, I focus on the numbers. Focus on the numbers. If you want other information about things like eclipse and all that, I can deal with words and probably that date, but you got to go to a astrologer for all of that. I have nothing really to say from the astrological perspective. I stay in my lane. That's why I taught that perspective a couple of days ago, about staying in my lane, staying in people's lane. I'm not going to jump in and out of people's lane like I'm crazy. I don't have to do that. I can bring some of it to me while I'm teaching, because that's what numerovation means. Because that's what numerovation means. And whether you're using it from an Arab perspective, which is Abjad system of numerology, or you're using it from the Kabbalah, which is the Hebraic system of numerology, whether you're using it from the Pythagorean or the Chaldean, which is old, that's what you got to recognize, because numbers are very significant. And numbers is the mathematical language of the Almighty Creator, regardless if you call him Allah, God, Yahweh, whatever you want to call him or her. Duality is always in existence. So once I learned that from a higher level, because I've studied Kabbalah from a basic perspective, because I was under the Nubian Islamic Hebrews when I was young, in my 18 and 19 years of age. So I've studied Islamic numerology, I've studied Hebraic numerology, I've studied, because numerology only means the study of numbers. What's up? Hey, shalom, sis. That is one of my friends. Big up to you, sister. So it's so important that every religious paradigm, every spiritual paradigm, everything has created some type of paradigm in your life, know that there is a number sequence connected to it that can expose you. It doesn't take you away from believing in the great I am. It doesn't take you away from it. It helps you to understand the importance of allowing yourself to be better in whatever you're serving. In the Islamic world, you want to be on that Siratul Mustaqim. You want to be on that road, that narrow path to be your greatest self. So I acknowledge all of the systems, because in my father and mother's house, there's many mansions. And every door that you go into, every room, every living room, every bathroom, every door, every dining room in my father and my mother's mansion can serve a different perspective and help give me guidance. When I go into the dining room, those are usually the places where you sit and gather with your family. That gives me guidance. When I go into the kitchen room, that's where I can cook and do my chemistry lab and put things together so I can feed my family, or so the woman can feed the family, or so the man who can cook can feed the family. When I go into my living room, that's the way you settle down and you converse with your family, or watch and enjoy. When you go into your bedroom, that's where you could rest and sleep and relax yourself so you can prepare for the next day. When you go into the bathroom, that's where you cleanse yourself and wash yourself and prepare yourself to go to bed or to awaken to go to a job or a business. So in my father's house, in my mother's house, because I like to keep the duality, there's many mansions, there's many doorways into each and every one of those mansions. And for them to say mansion in the scripture, that means each mansion or doorway into the mansion is a large perspective, a much more larger perspective. Stop limiting yourself to one perspective. Use all of them to make you a better person. Use all of them to make you a stronger person. Use all of those doorways to those larger mansions to make you even a person that understands different perspectives, just like I broke down about the dining room, the bathroom, the living room, the kitchen is a room. Everything has its perspective. You take what you need and make it help you and work for you. Those that are heading down to Friday, today is Friday, people might be going to Juma, people might be going to celebrate for Sabbath and all that kind of stuff in the Hebrew perspective. Christians might be going on Sunday to the church. Everyone have their perspective. And I respect every perspective. Matter of fact, I have books on all of them. I studied them all. I have Hebrew books. I have strong concordance books to study the Bible correctly but I just have an eclectic collection, and this ain't, I got thousands more books. This is not even all my books. Everything else is in storage. But I want to get into the point of celebrating. Celebrate your life. That's the theme of today. That is the theme of today's topic. Celebrate your life. From a numerovational perspective, from my perspective, celebrate your life. And because the words, the sounds, the vibration has power, and they also have a mathematical connection, I want to break it down from a numerovational perspective. Is that all right with y'all? If it's all right with y'all, put a number 1 in the chat. If it's all right with y'all, put a number 1 in the chat. If it's all right with y'all, put a number 1 in the chat. If it's all right with y'all, put a number 1 in the chat. And those that wants to book a session with me, I only use PayPal and Cash App. I don't use crypto. I'm not using Bitcoin. I only stay focused, stay in my lane. Since I don't understand Bitcoin and crypto, I don't do that. PayPal, Cash App. I might even do Glint Pay, gold. I might even do gold. You know what I'm saying? I don't have anything on silver yet, but I have a Linktr.ee also. But I'll even do gold through Linktr.ee, of course, when you circulate. But I'll stay with the Cash App and PayPal. I haven't put that link up yet. You can put up a link to Linktr. If people want to pay you via gold through cash, they can pay gold too through Linktr.ee. And you can also get the gold from there too if you want. So thanks to Dr. Phil Valentine, he showed us how to get that gold, the real material stuff. So, all right. So I noticed something, and I got to come out from various books. You know me. I like to share, because I like, sometimes I tell people, it's better to show you than to tell you all the time. And of course, I'm going to come out of angel number books. I'm going to come out of, and I'm not going to be here all day. I'm not going to be here all day because I have a session. I have 3 sessions that I have to do today. At 12 o'clock it starts. And again, if you do want to book a session with me, I only have 9 to 10 slots left in the month of March, towards the end of the month. The last week of the month of March, then I'll be in April. I already got bookings in April. It's already filling up, but I got 10 slots left if you want to book a session with me in this month of March. Like I said, it's $136 to circulate. $136. But if you did send a donation yesterday, only yesterday, people that send it yesterday after the show, if they did send a donation, they got to send me the proof. I'm talking about people that sent it after the show that wanted me to do it live on the air like I did like I was doing yesterday. But text me, and if you live outside of the United States of America, use WhatsApp. If you live outside of the United States of America, use WhatsApp. If you live, I'm sorry to sound like Umar Johnson, saying things 3 or 4 times. If you live outside of the United States, use WhatsApp. I know people are going to laugh at that one. Y'all can tell Umar said it. I don't care. It is what it is. But he says it over again. And I understand why he says things over again, because it's called repetitive. You got to repeat yourself, because our human nature learn through repetition, trauma, and symbols. I'm about to break down the symbols and show you repeating numbers is happening in these symbols. So we learn through repetition, trauma, and symbols. So this is what we're going to do. All right. So, and only why I'm bringing out the angel number book and the synchronicity book is because there's a method that I use that I'm always open to teach, of the double number concept of adding things up. You could do triple number and get another number, but it'll still break down to the last single digit, which will be whatever it is. But when I added 35 plus 35 plus 29 plus 12 plus 57 plus 63 plus 93 plus 96 plus 5, it equals to 425. Which I found that very interesting. And then 425 adds up to a master number 11. 4 plus 2 plus 5 equals 11. So the words celebrate your life adds up to the spiritual number 11 when you break it all the way down in one perspective. But when you add the word celebrate your life all the way across, 35 is an 8. Your celebrate is 35, 25 is 25, and life is 23, which is a 5. So I added 8 plus 7 plus 5, that equals 20. In the science and the study of numbers from a metaphysical perspective, the number 20 is the number of some great achievement, some great plan that you're supposed to do in this planet. In my book, Numerovation for Mental Stability, the number 20 is the number of divine awakening and discernment and clear judgment. So people born on the 20th of the month has to be awakening to some divine awakening, or allow themselves to be awakening to something divine and be open for it. And they have to have clear judgment. 20, from my perspective, is a master number potential, because anything that 0 follows adds higher infinite potential. Just like a bank account. You can go to your bank account and it says $20 now, and then all of a sudden you get 5 more zeros behind it, and you'd be like, well, how the hell did that come in there? You got to go check the bank. You got to call the bank and find out, excuse me, ma'am, I had $20 in the account. Now I have 20,000. You sure this is not a mistake? You know what I'm saying? You never know. That's how we deal. You never know what's happening. But I'm just showing you how the zeros add extra infinite powers and potential behind any number. So even if a 20-pound hit compared to a 200-pound hit is totally different effects. Totally different effects. And it will affect you differently, those 2 hits. So in my book, Numerovation for Mental Stability, that you can get on Amazon, I don't sell it personally. I sell it through Amazon or through my Kindle. The number 20 that Celebrate Your Life adds up to deals with the infinite power and potential of love, being caring, forgiving, because the 20 comes with that extremity. So people born on the 20 can be very loving people, and they have the potential to see what other people don't see, and sometimes go through extremities of relationship. So in celebrating your life, it's a relationship number. So because you gotta, in life, there's all about making relationships. It's no man or woman is an island by themselves. That's why when I hear the word a self-made man and a self-made woman, that's crazy, because none of us are self-made. We have a mommy and a daddy. None of us are self-made. Even if you're put into a damn incubation tube and call a test tube, they use the sperm of the sperm of dad and an ovum of mama, and they built you and incubated you in a tube or some type of apparatus. So if you're a test tube baby, you're not even self-made. Now, according to certain lessons of like the Nation of Islam or certain people that might be religious, they might say God is self-made. But even then, the essence of the two had to come together to make that happen. There's some essence that had to come. The energy had to work. But we're not going to go there. So the word celebrate your life in the Chaldean system, because I'm using the Pythagorean and the Chaldean system, remember that, adds up to the number 18 when I break it all the way down. So I broke down celebrate, which adds up to a 30, which we know celebration, and the 30 deals with expression and expansion and growth and mental health and mental strength and all that kind of stuff. Your adds up to a number 16, which deals with the internal, your life. You're celebrating your life. You're not just celebrating other people's life. You're celebrating your life. So that number 16 is very important. That number 25 is very important, because it deals with the internal you that you have to celebrate. The your. When you take off the R off of it, then you got you, but that's the root of your. So you're celebrating your life from an internal perspective, because the number 7 is an internal research and deeply spiritual inner number. If you understand what I'm saying, put the number 1 in the chat. If you understand. The word life adds up to 23 in the Pythagorean and 17 in the Chaldean. Flexible number of the number 5. Life is flexibility. You're not going to learn to be flexible. You got to learn how to adapt in life. And 8 is that erected infinity symbol, but also that word life adds up to 17. So in your life, the number 17 in the Chaldean system or in compound numerology is the number that says you're supposed to leave a legacy while you're living your life. So if you're living your best life, I hope after you've lived your best life, you're leaving a legacy. That's why I write books. So I can leave a legacy, because that's a form of leaving legacy while I'm living my life. But because celebrate your life adds up to a number 18, in my book, I talk about the number 18, and I say the number 18 is the symbol of the material side striving to destroy the spiritual side of nature. So these words add up to 18. So celebrating your life, sometimes we have to battle with wanting to celebrate our own life. Some people don't believe they even deserve that they need to celebrate. You know how many people out there are so under the weather all the time, depressed, that they don't even believe they should celebrate their life. But in actuality, life is but a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. So if life is but a dream, from that old nursery rhyme, or life is mathematics according to the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, who says mathematics is life, or mathematics is Islam, and Islam is life. So why not celebrate this dream and have fun in this dream and mathematically understand this dream so you can make yourself take yourself to a higher level of accomplishment and do what you have to do in this dream before you go back into the reality of the spiritual energetic world, if that's the case, from my perspective. I'm just looking at it on multiple perspectives. I'm just saying this. That's why it's called the numerovational perspective. That's why it's called the numerovational perspective. And if you feel free to circulate. Thank you, Jerome Reed, for circulating $8 at 80. That $8 is very good. So in my book, I talk about the number 18 again. From my perspective, it's a karmic number where the consensus is, like I've said before, the karmic numbers in compound numerology is usually the number 13, the number 14, the number 16, and the number 19. I call 18 the karmic number because of the 1 and the 8 really in contrast with each other. Really, according to the science, you find that 1 and 8 can be challenging to each other. But in tarot, the 1 and the 8 or the 18 is known as the moon, the card of the moon. So, and it depicts deception and unforeseen perils. So celebrating your life on the negative, depending on what you're doing with yourself, it can have a negative effect because you could be celebrating the life of a criminal. You could be celebrating your life as doing the indecent things to people. There's a lot of things coming up with a lot of sexual crazy, pedophilia, crazy things, and people actually celebrate that stuff. But that number 18 is telling me you're going to get some karma back from that, because the number 18 and remember, karma is positive and negative. And remember, the number 8 is a karmic number. And I say the number 18 is a karmic number. So you got to be very careful on how you're celebrating life and what you're celebrating life in. And what type of life are you celebrating? Because people are getting hit with a lot of bull crap. You see what's happening to certain celebrities out there. They celebrated life too. But what else? What were they doing while they were celebrating life? What? Beating up women, beating up men, having imposing their powers and having all kind of sexual parties and craziness that women didn't want to do, or forcing themselves because that person or that woman or that man wanted to be on top and be in the entertainment world and all that kind of stuff. Yes, the karma will come back. But we want you to celebrate life on a positive level, from a creative and an ancestral level on the higher form. And because it adds up to the number 9, remember number 9, what I talk about in my book, I talk about that number 9 is the symbol of conclusion, the symbol of initiation, the symbol of preparing for new things. So in celebrating your life, you're preparing for new things. You're concluding the negative of life so you can celebrate the best of your life, and you're being initiated to the higher level of your life when you learn to celebrate your life in a positive and productive manner. Get what I'm saying? Can't be up here lying. What time is it? 10:39. Okay, got good time. Good time. But my session starts at 12 o'clock. Good time. But I ain't gonna be here that long. So we already broke down 18, 279 in the Chaldean system. The angle and angel number is 279. In the Pythagorean system, the angle and angel number is 4425, which equals 11. So let's go there, because I don't want to be up here too long. But let's go there to those angel number sequences. And y'all see, I always bring out these books. I'm going to order some more different ones, but everybody have their perspective. This is Anne-Marie Uber's book, Synchronicity Numbers. Those that are just tuning in for me, I share books. I'm not afraid to share because, hey, I want you to study too. And if you ain't going to study like me, then that's up to you. Boom, here's another book. This one is called Doreen Virtue's Angel Numbers book. Those that are new to my channel, let me tell you, Doreen does not do this anymore. Although she was featured on Oprah and Good Morning America and all that, she became a super Christian and she gave this up. But she still mentions Jesus and God and everybody else in this book. So I don't know why the book of Numbers is in the Bible. I don't understand. Maybe she'll hit me up and text me one day and say, this is why I did it, King Simon. And thank you very much for sharing my book. I'm still making money from it anyway. But I am in the fullness of Jesus Christ, which the word Jesus adds up to a number 11. Master number. Moses adds up to master number 22. Ruth adds up to a master number. Muhammad adds up to a master number. Somebody knows something. From the mathematical perspective, if all these prophets in different systems of the numbers is adding up to master numbers, somebody knows something. Somebody is playing games with us. But I don't want to digress. 425, what she says in her book, and I'm going to come from her perspective, and then I'm going to go to Anne-Marie Uber's perspective, then I'm going to break down what I see from my perspective. For 425, and 425, what makes it an angel number is that if you see it at least 3 or more times, or you're hearing it in your ears 3 or 4 times, or you're dreaming about it 3 or more times, or one time it might be an 8, or one time in your dream, you might dream about 425 or 279. So in her book, she says 425, you're hearing your angels, which could be your ancestors, your guardian angels, whatever. You're hearing your angels correctly as you consider making a healthy life change. Ask them to help you move forward with your plans. There's nothing wrong with that perspective. 425, if you're constantly seeing it or you want to use it as an angle number, let's say you're starting to hear your inner self, your inner angel, your inner ancestors, part of your bloodline correctly. And it's telling you to make healthy changes. That means healthy changes means you need to eliminate negative people, places, and things that no longer serve your greatest purpose. I did that. People know I used to throw all kinds of parties. And when I got bored, because, Aquarian people that's connected to that Aquarian angel, they could get bored real quick. So when I started getting bored and realizing that, you know what, this ain't serving my highest, and why doing clubs and parties, I ran clubs, I've done Temptations nightclub in Brooklyn, I've done all the major clubs and had fun on all major stages, but it got boring to me. I didn't see me serving or helping, only in little pockets I was helping people. Because if I remember, talking to a friend of mine who was a stripper, and we had crying sessions because she was going through stuff that she happens to have it with parties, and what led her down that road with mommy and daddy and all kinds of stuff, and being molested and all that. And I never took advantage of them. I always listened to them. I always listened, because in the listening is where I learn. Listen and learn. I didn't have to give them no advice like that. So I just used to and when they started crying, I just grab them and give them a hug and say, you know what? I understand. I mean, some sisters wanted to make me their pimp the way I treated them. And I treated them respectfully. I must have been a holistic pimp. I could have been a holistic pimp. But I treated them respectfully. And I said, nah, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that with you. I will help you get to where you got to go, protect you while you're doing your dancing thing, collect your money so people and the men in the audience won't steal your money, and we getting out. Just take care of my gas money, because we might have to drive to Long Island or Jersey and all kinds of stuff for these parties. So I'm like, you need security, because obviously they're taking advantage of you, and no matter how big I am or how small I am, I garnish respect. I command respect. From big people, small people. I remember security seeing me walk in one time. He said, yo, King Simon, blah, 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 blah. I said, you know what? That's, bro, everything's cool, man. And my hands is here, because my hands move quick. My hands is always at a level where I can deal with whatever's happening. Oh, no, brother, we respect. I'm respectful of your job. Boom, just let me in. Boom, boom, boom. But getting back to the point, 425, you're hearing your angels correctly as you are considering making a healthy change in your life. And why she would say you're hearing your angels correctly? Because 425 actually adds up to 11, which is the spiritual teachers, the spiritual guides that you're supposed to pay attention to, your intuition. Like I spoke on yesterday, remember, every time you talk, every time you're talking to yourself, you're talking to God inside of you. Every time you talk to yourself, you're talking to the divinity in you. Every time you meditate, every time you pray, because the old saying, like I said yesterday on the broadcast, when you pray, you talk to the creator force in you. When you meditate, that's when you listen to the creative force, disseminate lessons for you to go and do in this realm. You know what I'm saying? So it's so important. It's so important. That's why I don't want anybody to follow me. I don't want to be no leader of nothing. I lead me, and the job of me leading me and the information that I've got from following and learning from all different types of people helps you to be yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I don't get into all that foolishness. I don't get into all of the drama with people. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. I stay out of people's business. I do what I love to do and stay in my lane. You ain't gonna come over to my place and find anything crazy and all that stuff. But back in my club days, man, please. The sisters that know me from back in the day, we had parties. We enjoyed ourselves, and it was all consensual, and we enjoyed ourselves. And the sisters that I talked to from back in those days, they said and they married now, or they doing their thing. They say, yo, those were some of my greatest times of my life. I remember one sister told me, and it brought tears to my eyes because now she's married with children. And she said, you know, Simon, those times were some of the greatest and fun times where I was able to be free and be myself, because we were celebrating life in our own manner from a club life perspective. From a swingers life perspective, yes, I used to throw swing parties. Me and my partner owned a swing group back in my day because I understood the gathering of people. It wasn't all about sex for me. I just like to make money. I love to make money. But when you're between two worlds, because I've been in consciousness since I was 14. But when you're in between two worlds of consciousness and then party, sometimes the party and the bull crap takes over. So I had to listen. I had to listen to the angels in me to say, yo, stop this. And do what you got to do to take you to the next level so you can help others to go to the next level. And sure enough, when I started producing conscious lectures with Dr. Blair, Dr. Sabi, Dr. this, Dr. that, I started seeing all of my friends from those party worlds come in, start trickling in. And if we go to the angel number 279, going back to the point, 279 in her book, I want to cover both of them first before I jump to the next one. Next book, 279 in her book, she says, hold on, 279, I'm in 297, 279, she says, and again, how I got that quote unquote angle number and angel number, there's a method that I do where I add the double numbers. 35 plus 35 plus 22 plus 14 plus 51 plus 76 plus 23 plus 18 plus 5 equals 279. My spirit drew me to that a couple of months ago to just say, you know what? Let me find the angle. And remember, angels are angles. So if you're hearing what I'm saying in regards to what she might say in the angel number book, it's determining what angle you choose to use, because like I've said on a podcast, on Alexa Brooke podcast, I said criminals see angel numbers too. But it's what angle they decide to take it on. Which way are they going? That's why they had the numbers running. Anytime somebody dreamt about a number or seen this number out of nowhere, they called it angels and those. But it's up to you what angle you take when you start seeing these numbers too many times. Now, the number 279 says in her book, trust that you're on the right path for your divine life purpose. What? So if you see 279 a lot, over and over again, she says in her book, trust that you're on the right path for your divine life purpose. Celebrate your life, celebrate your life, celebrate your life, celebrate your life. Big up to Cambada and Brother Rich for producing that song. It's in my head. That song is in my head. So tomorrow we're going to be celebrating life together as brothers and sisters, those that can make it, with Brother Rich and all of the great ones that's going to be coming through, you know, with Brother Rich and Red Pill and Blue Pill and Aquarius Maximus and Raku and everybody that's talking, that wants to celebrate life. I believe even Cambada is flying in for tomorrow. So the topic today that I'm breaking down is celebrate your life, the numerovational perspective. Celebrate your life, brothers and sisters. Celebrate your life. That's what that song is all about. And I believe that song is going to be that should be a club banger. That song should be put in every nightclub. Every nightclub. Because it's like to me, it's like a Kurt Franklin song when he used to, GP, are you with me? Oh, hey, I used to play that in the club. That club reminds me of in its era, I want to thank you, Heavenly Father, for shining your light on me. That song reminds me of that. Or ain't no stopping us now. That song, Celebrate Your Life, reminds me of those older songs. Love is the Message and all that kind of stuff. Celebrate your life from a mathematical perspective. That 279 in the Chaldean system, which is the oldest system, when I add it up from her angel number perspective, 279 says, trust that you're on the right path for your divine life purpose. And celebrate it. Celebrate your life. Celebrate it. Don't be afraid to celebrate. Don't be afraid to celebrate. And if 425 in the Pythagorean system, like I just broke down earlier, and it says from her perspective, you're hearing your angels correctly. Celebrate your life as you consider making a healthy change, a healthy life change. Celebrate your life. Make the healthy changes so you can celebrate it. And celebrate every little nook and cranny and every nuance of it. Because everybody's looking for this big aha moment. Aha! Angels supposed to come down, lights supposed to shine. And I tell my clients, celebrate the little aha moments. And I tell people, you know what's a little aha moment? Remember the first time that you was able to hold a bottle in your hand when you was a little child and you was able to feed yourself? The first time that you was able to put on your own shoes and tie your laces? Aha! The first time that you ever was able to put on your own pants and your own dress by yourself. You felt proud. You felt good. Aha! The first time you ever passed an exam in school. Aha! Celebrate the small moments, and the small moments will lead you to the bigger, grown-up moments of celebrating your life and celebrating those aha moments. You know, so men celebrate the first time they even grow hair on their chin or grew hair on their penis, and women celebrate those things when you ever grew hair on your yoni and all of that. I don't want to see no women with no beards now. Don't do that to yourself. That's hormonal. But I'm saying celebrate your life in every aspect. And that's why tomorrow we're going to be doing that on March the 9th, which happens to be the transitional day of Notorious B.I.G., who was about celebrating life any old way he can. He was born May 21st. And that 21st, which is a 3, they love to have fun and enjoy themselves. But before I finish, let me finish and go to the Synchronicity book and talk around what she says in her book of synchronicity. Because if you're hearing it over and over again, or you're listening to this broadcast, you're in sync with the vibration. So this is a synchronicity broadcast right now, because you didn't have to tune in. You don't have to watch. So you need to hear this message. Everybody out there needed to hear this message, no matter what time you watch it, no matter what time you're seeing it. I don't care what part of the planet you on, all 196,940,000 square miles of the planet Earth. I don't care where you are. You needed to hear this message about celebrate your life. And I broke down all the other numbers to it, all the finish and the equation numbers to it. In her book, 425, she says, let's find it. She says in her book, in 425 of her book, Synchronicity Numbers by Anne-Marie Uber. You know that people take Ubers all the time. All right, here it goes. She says, 425, celebrate your life is connected to that frequency of 425 from my perspective, because of how I came up with adding the double numbers, the double letters, and putting the double letters and double. When I say double number, I'm talking about just the double numbers on top of each letter that I have in the Pythagorean. So 425, she says, the theme of that number is voicing truth. Voicing truth, voicing your truth. When you speak up for yourself, or state your needs, things happen. Stuff gets done. People show up to help. You may not want their help. If so, you must employ tact and handle this situation with care. Respect others, but stick to your own judgment. This number says that you are seeing a situation as it is and that your opinions are correct. Speak up against injustice and defend the weak. Again, people back you if you lead the way, because of the introverted energy associated with 425. You may prefer to be in the background or work alone. A highly fortunate number. And then she gives you a mantra at the back of the number. She says, the mantra is, I have fine-tuned sense of reality. I trust myself and respect what I know. So 425, from her perspective, is letting you know to respect what you know. Respect what you've celebrated in life and what you've developed over life. Speak out against injustice while you're celebrating your life, because in order for you to celebrate life in a correct manner, you got to be able to find balance and love and understanding, because it adds up to the number 2 and the number 9, and 2 is the number of balance and healing and all of that, and the number 9 is the number of humanitarian, higher levels of understanding and understanding in whatever you do. So I understand where she's coming from her perspective. And all perspectives are correct. You just depends on how you use the perspective to help elevate your life and celebrate your life. ElevationTimes.com. ElevationTimes.com. Big up to Dr. B Series, who's going to be in the building tomorrow too, giving us that drum ceremony. Make sure you go to his website, Dr. B's website, ElevationTimes.com. 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 Hit him up. Check him out. Me and him was texting each other the other day. So big up to Dr. B Series all the time. That's my beloved elder. Love him daily. Those are the type of people that, you know, I'm showing, I show love all the time, because that's what it's all about. Showing them love, giving them their flowers while they're here on this planet. Don't be afraid to show your love to people like the elders, like Dr. B. Big up to Mr. G, who also hit me up yesterday. And it's so important. So when I go to this number, let's go back to 279, because we just did 425. 279 in her book. Let's go to 279 in her book. 279, synchronicity book. Interesting theme. What she says is, 279 in her book, the theme of the word, of the angel number or angle number in her book that celebrate your life adds up to, when I do the double numbers, 35 plus 35 plus 22 and so on and so forth, alignment with the light. And this is the Chaldean perspective I'm looking at now, because the bottom part of that, the wording is Chaldean, which is the older system of numerology. And the top part is the Pythagorean, which is a more modern type of numerology, study of numbers, because that's all numerology means. And she says, from her synchronicity book, she says, alignment with the light. As you celebrate your life, alignment with the light with the light of life, the light of within yourself. That's just my interpretation. That's what I'm breaking down. But what she says, alignment with the light, 279. This is a high number of accomplishment. Celebrate your life. You are aware of your spiritual purpose, or about to be, as was spoken of with 278, because 278 has identified with spirit. Interesting. 278 has identified with spirit. Your spiritual purpose, your spirit purpose, and your spirit's purpose is the answer. Avoid rushing, as well as practicing a higher form of forgiveness. She says, avoiding rushing, as well as practicing a higher form of forgiveness. Because remember, 279 add up to 18, which is a 9. 9 is the higher level of forgiveness, of humanity, of healing. So I see why she's saying that when you put it all together and you put the 2 and the 7 and the 9, usually when you're breaking down angel numbers or angle numbers, you're breaking down each single digit so you can get a full picture. So I see what she's saying and what she's doing. So she says, avoid rushing, because the 7 is one of the numbers of patience and needing to lay back. So she says, avoiding rushing, as well as practicing higher forms of forgiveness is beneficial. You are being given what you need and have asked for, or stay centered on your higher purpose, because it adds up to that 9. If someone is asking for love, give love, because 9 is the universal number of love. Higher creativity, higher love, humanitarian love. So that last part, she says, if someone is asking for love, give it. Someone is asking for it, give it. But because 2 and 7 is right there, those are the numbers of intuition. Actually, 9 is also a number of higher intuition, but 2 and 7 is reminding you, don't be pulled in by energy vampires also. That's why I always recommend a book by Christian Northrup that says Dodging Energy Vampires, because all of us have to learn how to dodge, bob and weave from energy vampires. Like, yo, you get away from me. Whoa, damn, hey. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do in this realm nowadays, because there's a lot of people that just want to suck your energy. And because the 2, 7, and 9 are higher levels of intuition, the 2 and the 7 is reminding you to be careful of energy vampires. And then the 9 is always reminding you to detoxify and remove the negative energy vampires and people away from you. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. And then she leaves us with a mantra. And hear this mantra, what this mantra is, before we close out, about the angel and angle numbers. I gave you both breakdowns from my perspective, from their perspective, from the angel number book, Doreen Virtue. I broke it down from that perspective. I also touched on it from my book and my perspective. We do what we do here so we can help people. Yes. Big up to Dr. B. Big up to Dr. B. And big up to Brother Rich. Remember, tomorrow, before I break down this last part, tomorrow we'll all be over at Brother Rich's spot. We're going to be hanging out with Brother Rich. Hopefully, let me see that. I'm gonna play that commercial again that Brother Rich put on his channel and Brother Red Pill put on the channel. But let me give you the last part of 279. She says the mantra of 279 from this book, Synchronicity by Anne Marie Uber. The mantra of it that she gives, she says, I am No. It's unless you want to, unless you want to, no. Just sharing. I got Dr. B. Just sharing, just sharing. Dr. B is hitting me up, but the last part of this, it says the mantra of this 279 is, I am a divine being of Christ's energy. I fulfill my purpose gladly and with an open heart. So that's the mantra of 279, but it's the mantra that if you can use any mantra that's said, just use it. If this is significant to you, regardless if you see 279 or not, regardless if you see 425 or not, if that what was said, if you're watching this now, this is in sync with what you need to do. So her mantra says, I am, you got to look yourself in the mirror and says, I am, or what Dr. B would say, I allow. What I start saying now, I said, I allow for my I am to be greater. That's what I say for myself now, because I want all the energy. I know I am is an older energy than the I allow, but I allow makes sense. But I say nowadays, I say I allow. Ooh, Dr. B wants to come on. Oh, I just know that Dr. B is going to go in and I got 12 o'clock sessions. Doc, okay, Doc, I'm going to send it to you. Okay, Doc, okay, Doc. I got to tell Doc. Okay, would y'all like to see Dr. B? Come on here, family. Okay, Doc. Okay, Dr. B. I'm sending now. Sending. Dr. B want to come on. Would y'all like to see Dr. B on here, family? Put the number 1 in the chat. Dr. B wants to come on. Let me send it to him. I can't refuse my brother. But Dr. B, I got to get off by 11:45. I got sessions I got to do. I got to get off. By so I'm gonna send Dr. B the link right now. DOC. There you go. I sent, and I'm gonna send it to him right now. All right. Okay, we sending it to Dr. B. Dr. B wants to come on, and when the elder says he want to come on, I sent it. When the elder say he wants to come on, I can't refuse the elder, but I know I got to get off. Again, she says, I am a divine being of Christ's energy. I fulfill my purpose gladly and with an open heart. So whatever you do, as you're celebrating your life, use it with an open heart. Be open to celebrate your life. Do it gladly. That's what she's trying to say. You are the Christ energy. Christ only means anointed. Now, Dr. B, I can only be on to like 11:45, but I'm gonna bring you on because I love you, and I've been on Dr. B. Yeah.
Woo! Man.
Everybody, welcome Dr. V. I was showing this slide because I've been teaching the numerovational value of celebrate your life. And I broke down the angel numbers connected to it, the angle numbers. I broke down all the numbers before you came on, but I got sessions at 12. That's why I can't have you too long, but we're going to set up something. But how you been, Doc?
Man, I've been phenomenal. It's amazing what's going on, man.
Isn't it a beautiful thing, Doc?
It's a wave, man. It just hit. It was a little rough for a minute there. A couple weeks, it was like, what's going on? Then all of a sudden, it was bam, get up, let's go. And I noticed the squirrels outside, they started dancing, and the sun came back. Yeah, it's a beautiful time. And this thing that you're talking about, I'm not sure how you just start grabbing this out of. This is something on my mind. Personally,
but Dr. B, I wanted to teach something else from last night, but my spirit about overweight and all that stuff that they be talking about, body shaming from a numerovational perspective, but my spirit said, no, put that aside. And when I woke up, all I could keep on hearing is celebrate your life. And I said, I got to teach celebrate your life since we're going to be doing that thing tomorrow with Brother Rich. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Reed. Go ahead, Dr. B.
And it's important to celebrate even the small successes because we we kind of put those to the side. Oh, it wasn't that big. It was, and we have this little thing, you know, we little everything. Everything is little. I had a little party and my friends and my little business and my little life. You know, we got to pull that size thing out. You know what I'm saying? Size doesn't matter. Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Size has to do with your perception.
That's right.
And the beautiful thing is that we are at a time where we must come together and celebrate. But when we come to the celebration, we already need to have celebrated within ourselves.
Exactly.
Individual celebration.
Exactly.
When you mentioned love, man, I was just, you know, I don't know how this happened, man. I just clicked on this thing you sent me and they just said, you know, somebody wants love, give it to them.
Yes,
love.
Right.
Well, love is everything, because that's the way. How does a piece of granite know, all the little particles of granite? What causes them to stick together? It's an affinity. They all have affinity. Each particle has an affinity, so that granite is granite, gold is gold. You know what I'm saying? It's an energy that holds things together, which is a mathematical sequence.
Yes.
You see, because you know, as they say, God is math, math is God.
That's right. That's right.
You see what I'm saying? It's all numbers.
That's right.
So yes, it's beautiful when we begin to give ourselves credit.
Yes.
And not look for credit.
Yes.
Credentials.
Yes.
Ain't that the Wizard of Oz story? They're trying to get to Oz, you know what I'm saying, to get some credentials, some papers. And he don't have no papers. He got papers, but he can't get home his own self. He's full of hot air. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
It's beautiful when you celebrate each day, each success. I mean, waking up.
Yes.
You have to celebrate that.
Yes.
We forget. We wait till they tell us.
Exactly.
The oppressors say that the holiday is this, and this. You see, now that's parasitic, though. They drain the energy off of us by deciding for us what we should celebrate, how we should celebrate, when we should celebrate. And that's okay to do those things. But we also must celebrate ourselves. And that vibrates your cells, and it causes you to have better circulation.
Exactly.
Do you know that your blood vessels, they are 63,000 miles if you stretch them all in the end?
Yeah.
63. Here's the question. So the heart, right? Heart is 4, right?
Yes.
Or chakra, 4.
That's right.
Foundation. If you take heart and
in numerology, it's connected to the 4 and 1 is connected to that heart. That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How is it possible for the heart to pump blood where it pulses one time and that blood goes 63,000 miles in minutes?
I remember hearing Dr. Gregory speak about that years ago, bro. I remember he talked about it. And that was one of your teachers. That's your pops. That's your father. I am your father.
You better not question that.
Hey, people, remember, go to elevationtimes.com. That's his website, because I know you got something coming up, right? On a free webinar, right?
I got a free webinar tomorrow morning.
Yes.
It's about parasites.
Yes.
The truth about parasites. When you are not using your energy, something else does.
Yes.
Remember those musical chairs? If you don't get a seat, somebody else, you miss your seat, somebody else gets it.
Yep.
Opportunities come every day. If you don't open the door and let them in, they don't go away, they go to somebody else. So this whole thing is about circulation. And celebration is about circulation and vibrating your cells so that you have more circulation, so you give yourself more validity for being here.
That's right.
Otherwise, it don't add up. Add it up. You remember that?
Yes, sir.
Add it up.
That's his parasite. The truth about parasites, coming up tomorrow morning, family, at 8 a.m. Pacific time and 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go to elevationtimes.com. That's elevationtime.com. And don't forget, he got a Linktree. That's Linktree /Dr. B Serious. support Dr. B and whatever he's doing, man. I had to pull this up from your Instagram real quick. So you're going to be talking about Parasite, but you're going to be talking about the spiritual and the physical perspective of it, right?
The whole thing. And I haven't dropped in this deep on this in years because this was my main thing for many years. So I kind of got bored with it. You know what I'm saying? I mentioned it briefly, but tomorrow we're going to do a whole expose on parasites. And I'm bringing in my friend and my colleague, Dr. Mahdi Brown. That brother, man, he's definitely from another planet. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to be doing that tomorrow at 11. So go sign up. You can also go to my Instagram, Dr. B Serious.
Dr. B Serious.
You can go to Dr. B Serious on Instagram and go to the bio and sign up. And this is totally free. This is information that we need at this time. But your piece about love.
Yes, sir.
Loving ourselves. See, this is a deep thing. A lot of times when you ask people, do they love themselves? They say, of course.
Yes.
Well, why would you do things that are in opposition to love? Why would you say things that are in opposition to love?
Right.
Why would you walk and talk and act in opposition to love?
That's right.
Why would you do that? That's because you got a parasite in your head.
Mm-hmm.
You got the mind of the oppressor.
Yes.
In your head. See, a lot of people don't feel, I'm out, we've been oppressed. But then a lot of times after you get out of oppression, you become an oppressor, even to each other. Look how a lot of us in what we call the conscious community are at odds with each other in competing. Exactly. See, that's the mindset of the oppressor. The winner takes all. Those concepts are what we have to step out of and begin to respect each other. And, and let's take the word love out of it. Care. Because love is a little big for a lot of us. We don't, our love ship. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people want to be loving, but they also hating at the same time.
Exactly.
A lot of folks want to be big, but small still got them. You see? So that is what it's about right now, is finding out about care. Yeah, what is that? What's the math on that? Care.
It's a master number 11 in the Chaldean. Woo, my brother. You on it. You on it with the 11. And the Chaldean is the oldest system from the melanated people. And in the Pythagorean, when you add it up, that's 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 is another high because 9 is the highest single digit number of humanitarian and love.
Wow.
So you on it. You on it, Brother B. You on it, Brother B. You on it, Brother B.
11, elevated.
Yes. Elevated.
Double ones.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That 1 is the leader, right?
That's right.
1 is, they say, is the loneliest number.
Yeah, 1 is the loneliest number that you ever.
Yeah, come on, do the remix. Do the Jamaican remix on that.
Lot of mercy.
Hey, man, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
How is it in the Jamaican blood that y'all could take any song, and remix it and do it reggae style? It don't matter what the rhythm is.
Yes.
It don't make it don't matter.
Right. Yeah.
That's just an interesting thing.
I'll tell you, because my father and my family was a part of that whole music legacy from the Scatterlights. My cousin used to play the trumpets for the Scatterlights back in the 60s. So what the producers used to do, especially Cox and Dodd Studio One, he used to come to America and study all of the American music, all of the R&B, the old doo-wop and all of that, and then brought it back to Jamaica, and then they'll just add their little and that's how they built rhythms, and then they'll sing it their own way with their Caribbean vernacular and everything. Because Bob Marley and all of them, that's what they learned. Because if you listen to Bob in his early years, they were singing older songs from back in the day.
Yeah.
That's why I'm glad Tariq and them pulled down and said, no, hip hop and all that wasn't invented in no Jamaica. Maybe Kool Herc was a part of it, but Jamaicans used to come over here and study the Americans, and then go back and do what they had to do, and create their own type of style of music. So no, I remember being at my aunt's house in 1970s, and I looked at her album. She had the Fantastic Fours. You remember that group?
Yes.
She had the Fantastic Four album. She had Marvin Gaye. She had all these people. I remember those albums. And Michael Jackson, the Jackson 5, they had them back in the day. So I'm like, I understand. But yeah, thank you very much for bringing that to my mind. Jarm, I might have to teach on that one day.
But it's deep, man. It has to do with the rhythm.
Yes.
It has to do with the rhythm,
yes.
right? And the way it is cared for. Check it out.
Mm-hmm.
You have to care for the rhythm, care for each note. You have to really be in it. Yes. You have to live it. You see, now when we got into the commercial music that people are into now, people don't care. It's just, let me just try to copy the next person, and everybody, it's just a loop. It's just moving around and around, and you think it's having an orgasmic state, but it never gets there. You never get to the state of bliss totally. So we got to go back. And if you really want to check out, music, go first of all, any R&B music from the 70s and maybe early 80s. And then any old reggae, because it makes you care. It makes you care, but whatever they're saying, you care about it. Right. And it has something to do with that upbeat. Because it causes more circulation.
Yes.
When you're on the upbeat, it causes more circulation. And this is why also why Afrobeat is so big now.
Yes. That's right.
Boom, 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 See, that causes more circulation. There's more movement in that.
Yes.
You see?
Yes.
I saw you had a question up there. Somebody had too.
Somebody asked a question. Would you? Somebody said, I would like to know your thoughts on the DE. What's that?
Diatomaceous earth.
Diatomaceous earth. Yes. Go ahead.
It's very good for intestinal parasites.
Right.
Along with black walnut.
Yes.
Wormwood. There's a bunch of worm seed. Those are very good. Cloves are good to help to melt the eggs of parasite, the babies.
Yes,
those things are good. Papaya seeds, man. If I could get those papayas from Jamaica, man. I thought I was eating papaya till I got to Jamaica. I don't even know what you don't even, in America, unless you're getting a real Jamaican or Caribbean papaya, you have no idea.
I can hook you up with somebody if you want.
Man, please.
Yeah, she gets her stuff from Jamaica all the time because she goes to Jamaica back and forth all the time and get the stuff. So her name is Mama Ella, good friend of mine. She get all of that stuff from Jamaica. Even the sea moss she gets from Jamaica.
Man, we got a link on that.
Yeah, I'll give you a number. She loves you. She watches you all the time. So that's easy.
So the challenge here is the difference between systemic parasites and intestinal parasites. Intestinal parasites are they're easy. Right. It's the systemic ones. They're also called superbugs, and a lot of them were made as germ warfare, biological warfare. These were things that they dropped on troops, they dropped on countries or people or villages to take the people out. They were made in labs, and those are systemic parasites that live throughout the body. So, like diatomaceous earth is a clay. It's a mineral. It's like second hardest mineral next to diamonds. And it looks like glass, and it's powdered. So it cuts into the parasites and it drags things out of your digestive tract. A very good thing to use. We have some of that in our cleanse. Right, but the main thing is we're dealing with the systemic parasites. And a lot of times people, when they're shocked when they find out about that, that toxoplasma. Right. Toxoplasma will have a person listening to you, seeing all the numbers, all the math and how it makes sense. Then tomorrow forget all about it and not use it. People have, it makes people, toxoplasma will let you be very intelligent. This is deep. I've never even said this before. You become very intelligent. You're studying books. You got libraries. You're on Google every day. You're over here searching for that. You're using DuckDuckGo. You are searching, and you got all this knowledge, and you can also recant it. Recant. It can't be used unless you put it in action. Unless you use the numbers in action, because each day I'm going to look at the numbers of the day. I need to know what the number, what's the natural flow of this day, and apply that to the day. Exactly. Well, toxoplasma is the mind control parasite, and it'll have you go to the store and buy your little, your parasite cleanse that only deals with the ones in the colon. Did you know that the average parasite cleanse helps to kill the parasites in the digestive tract, right?
Oh yes, only
the superbugs eat it. They
Get
eat
out.
the babies. It makes the weak ones die and the strong ones stronger. They're super bugs.
Wow.
They're 2.5 billion-year-old creatures, and some of them, like Toxoplasma and like Helicobacter pylori, are alien.
Yes.
I mean, real intelligent.
Wow.
They're geniuses now because they know how to, to control your mindset and to get you to eat for them. Right. They get you to mate for them. They get you to make every choice you're making for them. So now you become the oppressor doing the work for the parasites. And the oppressor knows about parasites. They know about germ warfare. They know about food warfare. Right. They know about mind warfare, spiritual warfare. They create it. Right. And then you go buy some stuff at the store because you heard that this little product helps blah, blah, blah. And it's free.
Hey, Dr. B, there's Mama Ella right now, the one to get that Jamaican product. So I'm gonna connect you with her. She's on the screen here. I just she's saying peace.
What's up, sister?
Yeah, she's from Haiti. She's from Haiti. She's from Haiti. Woo!
I got my Jamaican accent sometimes.
She from Haiti. She's from Haiti.
So now we talking about.
And now you're talking. And her father's from the Congo. Her mother's from Haiti. Crazy.
See, now we talking about lithium. The largest lithium mine in the world is in Haiti. I think we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. What lithium is all about and what it does. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Not only lithium, the other one is I can't even grab the other one now. It's lithium and the timekeeper. Wait, hold on now. It's gold, platinum, iridium. Woo! This the iridium capital of the world. Iridium. It's your time clock.
Oh, it's your
yes.
What?
See, check it out. Now we're talking about math again. Here we go.
Yes, sir.
Iridium is your time clock.
Mm-hmm.
It is your natural time. See, the seconds and minutes that we have right now are unnatural. Mm-hmm. They keep you off time. They keep you out of time, out of your mind. Right? Iridium is the natural timekeeper. They use it in all phones, all computers. It is the timing. See, a lot of people don't know how to, they have no idea how to know when and when to know how.
Right.
They don't know when. They stay in a situation 3 days, 3 minutes, 3 hours, 3 months, too long. They don't know how to be. A lot of folks are not really knowing how to speak, when not to speak, when to be a relationship, when not to be in a relationship, when to eat, when not to eat. If your timing is off, If your timing is off, your rhythm is off, you're on somebody else's clock.
That's right.
So you've been clocked. You remember they used to say, man, he clocked him. He clocked that dude, knocked him out. So you're knocked out most of the time, right?
That's right.
Now check this out. Toxoplasma, the superbug, which none of them parasite cleansers out there can touch. Toxoplasma, it eats and it uses iridium to play with your timing. So that you don't even know when to say no. We're saying yes half the time when you need to be saying no. You see, it plays with your perception of love and fear. So you're saying yes to some things that you need to say no to. And what a lot of people are calling love is not love. I mean, I got this post up now about love and how people will say they love you and feed you food that is hurting you. This is a huge, this thing went viral the other day. It's huge. It's got 500 something.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Hits.
I've seen that. Yeah.
So what are we talking about? I'm gonna hit this really quick because I know you got to go.
Yeah, I got to get ready. No problem.
I've had clients that their wives have called me. There's one guy in particular in Texas. He calls me with his wife on the phone, and he's got about 5 major incurable illnesses. And he'd like to go on the program, especially the cleanse, the elevated total body program, He goes on that. We put together a whole special program for him, and we add things to that. In a way of living, a way of breathing and talking. We coach him. 6 months later, he has no longer the symptoms of any of those illnesses. He's dropped 80 pounds. His skin is clear. His hair is growing back. He's out doing yoga. He's walking on the beach. Do you understand what I'm saying? He no longer goes to Black Angus He no longer goes to outhouse foods. You know what I'm saying?
You're so silly.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So the wife calls me and curses me out. And she used this was a church woman, and she was a Democratic church woman. She had the Democratic 60s hairdo and everything. Right? She goes off. And you know why she's going off on me?
What?
She said, Dr. B, I hate you. And I'm going to see if I can sue you some kind of way. Because my husband used to be home. He used to be right here watching this television. Now he's gone. He's out there with yoga, doing that yoga with those young chicks with those tight clothes on. He don't go to eat with us no more. Our friends, he don't go to church no more. He don't even want to vote unless he says he want to vote for some third party. A third party can't win. If you vote for a third party, your vote is going to the evil one. She had this whole talk. She was angry. And you know why? Because she loved him being sick. Because she knew where he was. He couldn't go nowhere.
That's right.
A lot of people are in narcissistic relationships and they don't realize that the person who they say they love is keeping them at a low vibration. Whether it's ill, keeping them watching the news, the 6 o'clock news, which will hang you, right? Being involved in activities in the relationship and using it as a weapon. If you love me, you'll do such and such. So a lot of us get suppressed, depressed, repressed, and become ill because the person who we love hasn't changed or shifted with us. We've shifted. We're learning. We get our numbers done by the king, and everything changes. Once you know them numbers, everything should change.
It's helpful, yes, sir.
And you need to look at you need to look at the negative side of them numbers too. And I used to wonder, well, why do I need to look at the negative side? Because that's the stuff that you need to work on. The positive side is already working. You ain't got to worry about that.
That's right. Exactly.
But when you shift, when people have done our programs over the last 30 years, they change because a lot of people are in parasitic relationships. The parasite needs a host.
Yes.
And it's going to play with the host mind. It'll play with your digestive tract, your thoughts. It'll play with your hormones and affect everything about you to keep you just living just enough for the city, for the parasite.
Just enough.
You see, so it's imperative that we realize what love is. And when Brother Rich called me and asked me to come out, to do this thing tomorrow, I was like, well, my schedule is heavy, man, and he was like, man, this is for the family. This is for the people. And, you very seldom see me out live right now because it's so much happening.
Yeah.
I'd rather be home and broadcast. You know what I'm saying? When y'all talk me into this, I wasn't into this before. Y'all talk me into this broadcasting like this. But it's a beautiful thing to be able to reach people all over the world.
Right? You got the voice, man.
I used to be a radio, bro.
I know that. I can tell.
Back in the day. Let's play a brand new one by James Brown. I'm black and I'm proud. I used to do commercials too. I remember I did this 3J's Fish commercial. Come on down to 3J's Fish where the batter is the bomb.
Yep.
You see? The squid is on sale.
I was the East Coast voice for Western Union years ago.
What?
Western Union. I used to do the Western Union commercial, and I used to do Guinness Stout commercials. Yeah. And I got paid for all of them. That's good. Send your money via Western Union. They'll get there to your family on time.
You see? That's right. That's right. Send your love by Western Union. Come together. Be in union.
Yes, sir.
Be in union.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Not unity. See, that's tricky because unity means you got a bunch of people together, but they're really maybe not together. They're just there. Like citizens living near each other, but they may not connect because itty a lot of times breaks the word or the rhythm up. But union.
Yes.
Being in union, being in rhythm. And I'm going to be, dealing with that tomorrow at the event. I'm going to help folks go into a oneness vibration, a oneness meditation, and help folks break free from being scattered and the multiplicity of being distracted. Mass distraction is huge now. It's stronger than ever because we're at a point now where the sun, Sirius, the moon, all these conjunctions, all these arrangements of stars are aligning us for the new world because we're in it now. The math is so deep when you start adding up the numbers of events that are happening. When we went through that thing the Maharta on the 15th of January.
Yes.
The 15th of January. That's when the age changed. Now just imagine for a minute. The age has changed. You don't feel it because you don't believe it, because you're looking for something to actually happen. You're looking for the trees to turn gold. We're looking for a shift for the earth to shake. That happens inside you. The inner verse. The inner verse is where it's at, inside us. So celebrating our own mathematics, knowing our mathematics, celebrating your mathematics, celebrating the mathematics of each day.
That's right.
Is very important. And coming to the one and realizing that we have to be in oneness. When you get rid of your parasites, your body becomes at one. You become in a state called homeostasis. That's a beautiful thing, man, to be in balance.
That's right. And before we finish, man, congratulations for being nominated. I've been nominated for it. You've been nominated. Rich has been nominated this year for the Forbidden Knowledge again. Let's do it.
What are you nominated for?
A television. I'm nominated for the television host.
Wow.
Because my program is doing so well on Forbidden Knowledge. So I was doing so well on Forbidden Knowledge. So I'm just sending people to go vote for us, man. 954-245-0086. You can text and vote for us right now. Your spiritual leader. I know you're with the spiritual leader one. So yeah, they said
I gotta call Billy because I'm a little confused.
Yeah.
First of all, it's a bunch of people in the category.
Yeah, it's a category. Yeah,
and I'm shocked that I'm even in it. I'm like, oh, wow. Are y'all sure?
Yeah,
because I don't look at myself.
All these guys, look at this. I got there. Nick Pope is there. Jimmy Church, Jimmy Church with the voice of God. Regina Meredith and Brad Olson. I'm right there in the runners up with them. So I'm like, wow. I'm like, okay, let's do it.
Well, you won't win. You already won because I can see the way you leaning to the right. That has to do with creating a future, leaning to the right.
We're gonna do it.
The spiritual leaders. It says spiritual leaders.
Yes,
I gotta call Billy. But what do we? Is it more than one person getting nominated? It says leaders. But I'm like, wow, it's an honor. So yeah, go vote. Vote for who you feel, because this is the time to vote for you first.
Vote for you first, of course.
Vote for yourself first.
That's right. There's a number to call to vote or to text to vote, and then you'll see all of the categories. Dr. B is in one, Brother Rich is in one. A lot of us are in one that you're going to see. Everybody that you support and love on this channel. Dr. B, I want to thank you because I got to get ready to go, brother. But we're gonna set up an official time where we're gonna come on and do what we do together, man. I love you.
You're gonna be there tomorrow, right?
Oh, yeah. I'm supposed to bring you on. I'm supposed to MC part of that and bring you.
You're gonna bring me on. I need you to do some security too. Bring me on and. I need help, man. I'm a little. I might be nervous backstage. I don't know what's happening, man. I need my support, brother. What's tomorrow's mathematics, real quick?
Tomorrow is the number 9, and would you believe when you add that 3 plus the 9 plus that 8, it adds up to 20? That's good. And you know what's 20? 3 plus that 9 plus that 8 adds up to 20. And 20 is the number of judgment and awakening. So we're gonna do something powerful tomorrow. Yeah, that's the number of awakening in compound numerology. That's the number of the awakening and great discernment and some new purpose, some initial purpose, some great thing that's supposed to happen. So that's gonna be a powerful day tomorrow.
That brother Rich is a genius, ain't he?
Oh, he's a genius. Yeah,
he's a generator, But and then in the morning, 11 a.m. I'm doing that free, webcast. On parasites. Please, just come and check out what we're saying and listen to this information. I know a lot of people say, well, I got my cleanse. I do my cleanse. I'm a vegan. I'm telling you, these superbugs don't care.
I'm tuning in.
We figured out a way to break the rhythmic focus and the energy of them. You see, and be able to get this stuff to everybody. So thank you very much for having me on, and I'm going to see you soon. We need to do a whole broadcast.
Yeah, we're going to do something, man. We got to soon. But I love you, man. ElevationTimes.com, or go to his link tree at
no S.
Be serious.
Elevation Time. No S.
Time. Yeah, I got it. Elevation Time is right there. Elevation Time. I got it on the front there. No S. ElevationTime.com. And remember, go to his link tree, Dr. B Series, or go to his Instagram, Dr. B Series too, my brother. So thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you very much. Thank you for all that you do, brother.
I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Man, you too. You're amazing. You're a miracle. You're a mystic. You are an alchemist, man. Thank you for being here at this time. Thank you for helping me personally. My personal guide.
Yes, sir.
Woo,
Thank you,
man.
brother. One thing about you, you allowed me to stretch my mind to the next level, and that's why we're with Billy and doing what we got to do, man. And that's a good thing. All right, Baba, we're gonna talk. All right.
Travel light.
You too, travel light. Yes, that was Dr. B. I gotta get ready to go, family. I love him dearly, man. What a good brother. I hope y'all go and check out his Parasite thing. Make sure y'all support him on the Parasite. Remember, it's absolutely free webinar he's doing. Beautiful. And that's why I'm encouraged to do my audio book is going to be free. My raw, uncut audio book will be free. That's going to be free. I'm going to be recording this week. It's going to be free and put up into a private YouTube link. And the only way you're going to get it through is my Linktree. But the one that's going to be mixed with frequencies and all that kind of stuff, that's going to be on all major channels. But if you don't want all the frequency and all you want it raw and just me doing what we do, this is what's going to be on. That's going to be coming out very soon. So big up to my son who's going to be helping me with that. And today we just taught on celebrate your life from a numerovational perspective. In the background, I broke down the mathematics and numbers. And when Dr. B. Serious changed the word from love to care, I broke down the word care, which adds up to an 18, which is a 9, and it adds up to a number 11. So even the words are telling you, giving you those holistic spiritual frequencies. And I just heard from Hadia. Hadia says we're going to have to postpone this. So we're going to have to postpone this because she's going through some issues she got to deal with. So, yeah, and I know she's been doing that since she was young. So I know Hadia since we was younger. So I understand. So we're going to postpone this. I'm going to postpone this. I said, matter of fact, let me tell her now. Okay, sister. Okay, sister. Love you. Love you. Love you. Love you. Very much, very much. Yeah, because she got to take care of that, and it's all good, man. It's all good. So we're gonna postpone. We'll postpone it. We'll postpone Hadia. Postpone it until another time. So I'm just texting her right now to let her know that I'm flexible. So me and Carrie Ann Ingram will just come on and do what we got to do on Wednesday instead of Hadia coming on. But do remember this coming Sunday, I have aromatherapist, the one, the only, Denise Renee Muhammad, aromatherapy, helpful scents for mind and body. She's coming in on Sunday, March the 10th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time, and of course Central Time is 8 p.m. And again, don't forget, I'll be at Melanin Mondays. Melanin Monday, speaking about mental health and how numbers can help. Melanin Monday. So we're going to be over there on March the 11th. I'm going to break down the frequency of that day, which all the way breaks down to a number 4 energy, which is crazy because we're going to be talking about mental health with Brother Red Pill, Rich Pill. Rich Pill was going to be there. He's going to be hosting, and Brother Oba is going to be there. So y'all want to be there with us on Melanin Mondays at the YG Cafe. And then on the 17th, we have these beautiful ladies coming in, the World of Girls, the female R&B reggae group, legendary female R&B reggae group. And then we're going to have one of Billy's good friends, Jackie Braden, is going to be coming in. She is a direct lender, mortgage lender. She deals with finance services and health and life and health broker, all of that. And she's a published author and a PhD at what she does. She's coming in on the 24th. And remember, get your tickets now. Get your early bird tickets now, private, public, and private. Early bird tickets are $35 to see Professor James Smalls. But if you take a picture of this flyer on the day of, you get a discount with the picture. You might get a $5 discount with this picture. Just show the picture at the door. You get a $5 discount. But this is no discount. $99 early bird tickets. Go get it at the door. Well, I'm doing no door. Last minute is going to be a little bit more because you're doing last minute, but this no holds bar. And if you want both days, if you want to come to both days and you want to pay for both days at the same time, you just got to text me and I will definitely get you a discount for coming to both days and paying for both days at the same time. All right. Also, I'll be in Brooklyn for 2 days. That day, April 13th and April 14th with Dr. Sabi's former wife, Ma'a Bowman, who started the whole fig tree thing with him back in the day. Ankh Rising Sun, Mama Ella's gonna be there. Sister California, Nicholas Brooklyn gonna be doing a healing bowl and sound healing, and I might be doing something interesting with Queen Sister California with Numerovation and the healing bowls that day too. And then on the next day we got Adara Moselle, Tantric Healer, Dr. Shakira Moore. The next day Lloyd Strahan. The next day after, and then 2 weeks after that, Rizza Islam, April 27th and the 28th at Nicholas Brooklyn. Make sure you support drLailaAfrica.com, LailaAfrica.com. Make sure you support my son's studio with getting all your beats and everything done. Green Studio NYC support. And don't forget CarrieAnnIngram.com. Make sure you buy one, get one for 40% off. Go do a text her for that reading and break down those numbers for you, Breakthrough Tarot. And also she does Distant Reiki. You want to book one, go to CarrieAnnIngram.com. And she has some great spiritual healing jewelry also at the website below. Remember, hit up Lloyd Strayhorn, Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Of course, again, the audio book is coming in, and my new children's book, Let We Tell the Story, illustrated by Rainbow Art and written by King Simon. And remember, you can get all my books through Linktr.ee/King Simon the Numerovator or Amazon.com. That's Amazon.com. And remember, I got 9 to 10 slots left in the month of March if you want to book a session for me right now. 9 to 10 slots left. So please text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. And remember, if you live outside of the United States, please use WhatsApp. If you live outside of the United States, please use WhatsApp if you live outside of the United States. And since Dr. B was here, I want to thank everybody. If y'all didn't get to see Dr. B, rewind this. And Dr. B was on for a good half an hour. Big up to him for coming on so short notice. This is what one of his mantras. I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection, and I am thankful for my life. Here's another great mantra. Accept what is, let go of what was, and have faith in what will be. And here's another great mantra from Dr. Delbert Blair. Please, Universal Creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth in your love now. Thank you all for being a part of this journey, and celebrate your life, family. A numerovational perspective. Rewind it. I broke it down from the angel angle numbers from different perspectives. That's how we look at things. That's how you got to see things, and that's how you help to elevate yourself to the next level. Just like Dr. B. Sirius says, elevation times. All right. Have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Be loved, be safe, be great, be yourself, and stay focused on what you want to do. You have been watching King Simon Presents Only Quality People, and also the Numerovation Nation on YouTube and all other platforms. And remember, vote for your brother for the second annual Forbidden Knowledge Conscious Awards happening in Miami from August the 2nd all the way to the 4th. All right, we're gonna be there. All of us gonna be there. We got a celebrity cruise, we got a celebrity basketball, we got a conference, we got a brunch conference and all that kind of stuff. And then the awards is gonna be on the 4th day, which happens to be Paul Mooney's birthday. So big up to Paul Mooney's soul, whatever he's doing. All right, take care and be safe. I love you because I love me. Peace. Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed.
King Simon, I love him. He's family, and he has one of the top shows on the Forbidden Knowledge TV network, actually. That's right. So make sure you guys check that out if you haven't. Yeah, this show is called, it was really based on Numerovation. It's a numerology show, and it's called How to Calculate Your Destiny. Yes. By King Simon. He's the host of the show. The show has done so well, we're now getting ready to start working on filming season 2. All right, so King Simon, one of the top shows on Forbidden Knowledge TV, streaming TV platform.
Judaism, Christianity, and Islam are mere fragments from the periphery of the African cultural and spiritual system. And so I'm still making that statement that Judaism, Christianity, and Islam are fragments from the periphery of the African spiritual and cultural system.
The legend Professor James Smalls with special guests Destiny Pundarvis and Tassili Ma'at. Get your tickets at Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. Get them now.
Eye to eye, heart to heart, each one teach one us. This is Professor Imhotep, the Island Monk, here at Warrior Kido Jiu-Jitsu, Way of the Warrior Spirit. So we're here to go over the rules and try to make that as swift as possible for you guys. So the rules essentially are very few. Number one is to follow us on TikTok at the Island Monk, or if you have Instagram, you can follow us at Warrior Temple Island University, or if you really love us and want to show us support, you can follow us at both. You're going to find the Kata Shodachi, and you're either going to duet us on TikTok or collab with us on Instagram and win 10 tickets for every additional video you do beyond. So as we say with all the warriors, eye to eye, heart to heart, each one teach one, us.
Hey, this is King Simon, the International Numerovator. Remember, get all my books on Amazon or go to Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. And remember, don't forget to book my sessions at 347-496-1022. Book now. So remember, our job as studiers of these metaphysical, esoteric knowledge is to help enhance people to be better. I, as a numerovator, using the numbers, or quote-unquote numerals, and motivation to get people to understand why they need to activate their numbers to be their very best self and maximize it. Because the numerals hold a frequency. And if you're willing to turn up that frequency, then that frequency can help to guide you and navigate you to a higher height that will allow you to spiral to be your best self. We must remember that.
Family, I need y'all to come out Saturday, March 9th, starting at 8 p.m. We are celebrating life. We are celebrating the release of Holy Ghost 3 on the digital streaming platforms. We're celebrating businesses. We're celebrating a new paradigm. We're celebrating the golden age. We are celebrating everything because we have everything to celebrate for. Come out March 9th, starting at 8 p.m. The location is 400 Loyola Drive, Southwest, Atlanta, Georgia, 30336. Tickets are $30 at the door. Trust me, family, you don't want to miss this. Dr. B Serious will be in the building doing a drumming ceremony. We're going to be listening to music. Professor Griff will be in the building. Soleil will be in the building. KT, the Arch Degree, will be in the building. Red Pill will be in the building. Blue Pill will be in the building. And it just never ends, family. This is the event of the year. Do not miss it. Come out Saturday, March 9th. Peace.